It's the Jim and Terry.
Hallelujah! No, I'm sorry. I had to do that.
I'm sorry. I was looking for something in tongues so that I could interpret it for our studio audience. Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the Hospital Studio in Bob Cajun, where it is our Sunday Go to Meeting podcast.
I guess. I don't think it's that, but that's okay.
We're going to talk about things concerning to be fair, it'd probably be the religious right. It is a fringe movement. But it is, I was sharing with Jim off mic that I've been listening to podcasts these are church services, so these are live podcasts, live feeds from different churches in the Bible Belt of the United States, in the Midwest, and the stuff you would associate with the word fundamentalism. But that should be a good thing, right? Fundamental, you're sticking to the core values, core beliefs. But when that's the pastors ranting and raving from the pulpit, if you're a Democrat, get out of this congregation. Ushers, see that person out the door, right? Like when you start to look at people and finger them in your congregation, point the finger of judgment on them because they're voted blue?
Yeah, it's not that they're sitting there naked, shooting up with cocaine with two women on their arms.
That's right.
Just defaming, defiling, or whatever you want to call it, the congregation. But if you're just kicking them out because they don't believe politically the way you believe, vice versa, quite frankly, if there's a Democrat preacher saying, if you're a Republican, get out, I'm sorry, you're missing a thing. One of my favorite scriptures, Terry, and I say it almost every morning, if not every morning when I go to church. Number one, I thank God for the opportunity to praise and worship Him corporately and prepare my heart and mind to prepare corporately for worship. But then following that, I always say, and let me remember what you said, that consider everybody better than yourself and do nothing out of selfish ambition.
Oh, gee.
So if you're standing up there as the king, the powerful, and thinking, wow, I wonder how many people in that first row think I'm hot. If you're doing that, you're kind of not on the right track, in my humblest of opinions.
Okay, if that's your opinion, I have a question for you. Is there a place in modern Christianity for mega churches?
Well, I guess they're there, but...
I know they're there, but question, should they be? And is that the future for America or Canada or anywhere?
I went into Owen Sound. I used to have to go up there for business all the time into Owen Sound. And right downtown in Owen Sound, there's these four corners. And on every corner is a different denomination.
Yes.
And I said, this really isn't a testimony to Jesus Christ, that we're all divided, that all of a sudden man gets a hold of things and thinks, well, now you have to be rich. God, if you truly believe in Jesus Christ, you're going to be rich, even though Jesus said complete opposite to that. If you're rich, look out. You're probably not a part of the flock. So he didn't say it that way, but you get my point. Mm-hmm. Man gets a hold of these little things. We should go back to the basics of Christianity. And probably one of the reasons you don't want to go back to the basis of Christianity is because nobody's exalted. That guy that's saying, you get out of here, is rising his throne above Christ's. Mm-hmm. He thinks he's better than the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I'm not going to condemn him and say that. He probably just doesn't know. But it's the same as Satan saying, I'll raise my throne above God. I'll be higher than God. If you're there preaching a different gospel than Christ, you're exalting yourself above Christ. Knock yourself back down quick before you die in that condition.
Okay, so getting back to the question, is there a place for the mega church?
I actually don't know. I really don't know because...
I'm going to stake my territory. There is no place for the mega church.
Maybe. It all depends on what they're doing and what they're preaching and what they're saying.
You don't...
I mean, if the mega church is just preaching about how you can prosper as a Christian, that message is a lie. That message is a lie, and somebody's making a lot of money on someone thinking they're giving up their children's education.
I will take your point about somebody's making a lot of money by saying, if your emphasis is on building, if your emphasis is on the size of your parking lot, how many jets you got. Yeah. Remember that guy who has that?
Yeah, he's got
the Lord
three of them,
told me what color of leather upholstery I needed on my personal jet, and I need different colors.
The very Lord who rode in as king on a donkey.
Yeah. So again, I would say there is no place in that. That's one of the markers of things that are...
Well, I wouldn't want to attend one.
No.
I really don't want to attend one. I like the idea. We have things mess up because we're so small, my little church, that always there's technical problems or something happens or people sing flat or what all kinds of stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love
It's
it.
the
And-
imperfections of people.
well, many times I just say make a joyful noise
Yep.
to the Lord. A kid cries, they're not ushered out, you know.
Okay, so I'm going to take it and go back to say money corrupts, power corrupts. Power and money go together, so I'm going to keep those as two synonymous terms. Money and power are the same thing. So I'm going to say mega is mega. Mega is putting somebody else first. It's about power. It's not about the people. And I'm going to put that out there and say, yeah, there's a problem. And the
I
problem,
think there's a problem too, Terry, if you want to know the truth. And I, as I said earlier, that's not. I want to get closer to God. I want more of the Holy Spirit. I don't want more of the flash. I don't want more of worshiping the items of worship, the instruments of worship. I don't want to go there and say, man, she looks so good. She sings like an angel. She's just beautiful. I want her in sackcloths and then be beautifully singing. That's just the way I'm thinking. I want to go more to the spirit, not the animal in man. And we're always catering to the animal in man, which in Christianity faith, we got to understand we died ourselves. And we're now, the flesh is battling the spirit. And so we're supposed to have the spirit dominate our lives, not the flesh. And if you go to a mega church and everything's perfect and everything's pristine and all these people are, the show is, you know, they're all making gazillions of dollars, selling their albums and everything else. I'm sorry, I think you might have a problem there.
yeah, I think it's a question of money. Again, money corrupting, and sometimes money is power. They both get confused. And I'm wondering whether the church has lost its way in the home fellowship.
Not all of them.
No, but when I say the church, I'm saying, you know, in America, if I could do a person analysis and do a survey, a lot of Americans are falling under the influence of mega churches,
Absolutely.
where money is the message.
So what they're missing in a lot of time in these mega churches is the gospel isn't preached, because that will really prick at your heart.
You would think it would
Yeah.
be transformative,
Yeah.
the gospel message,
That's
and
right,
yet
but
the
they
church continues to have
Yeah.
jets and pastors and gold blingage.
Well, we know, what's her, Caroline, whatever her name.
Kellyanne.
They have a prayer meeting with the people who have a prayer office
Caroline Levitt, yeah.
in the White House, and then she gets out and lies.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have both. You
Are we
can't.
being too harsh in judging Caroline Levitt?
Yeah, no, not being too harsh, being realistic. You know, my heart says, flee, run, run from this life.
Rather than say what you say from the
because
podium.
what happens is you can be Christian in word, or my parents were Christian, that makes me Christian. Christian is a personal decision to follow Christ. You're going to trip. You're going to fall, because even as disciples, I always say at communion, if I was running communion, I'd say, you know, one betrayed him, all the others abandoned him at that time, but he welcomed all of them and said, all of you eat, drink of this. That's Christianity. That's the love of Christ, getting on his knees, washing your feet and saying, do the same, do likewise. Not be served, serve. Mm-hmm. If you want to be the greatest, you'll be the one serving. And
So
are we
those who
seeing that? Are we seeing that in these mega churches?
So
no,
this-
they need to travel jet because everybody else is a demon.
So those who aspire to these positions of pastoring, are they deceived?
I don't know if
how
they're
do you get these people?
I don't know if they're deceived or they're just good talkers, and they just
But
go.
isn't that part of a deception?
Well,
the lying
oh, they're
tongue?
deceiving though. I don't know if they're so deceived. Some of them, I think, are just basically the agents of the devil. I'm not saying they're deceived; they're the deceivers, saying to them, you know, I'm telling you right now, Trump's the greatest man in the world. Well, number one, at church, don't be talking about Trump, please, or anybody.
Yeah.
Don't be talking about that stuff. And if you do, then point out the problem. The problem is he's a liar. And Revelation will tell you no liars entering in to Jerusalem, the New Jerusalem. So preach that. That don't mean a liar can't confess, say I'm sorry and change. It doesn't mean that can't happen. But if your whole life is, I'm going to ignore the gospel, I'm going to ignore the truth for the sake of my leader, you've exalted him above your God. I don't know why that isn't obvious. You've exalted him above God. Stop it.
Money
Money.
is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Or the love of money. Yeah, be careful what you love. Jim and Terry Show. That was our... I don't know what it was.
I don't know either. Jimmy ranting Jim again.
It was trying to wrap things up with money. Trump money, church money.
Okay, when
it's
am
all
I getting
money.
my money for this show?
Money.
Where's the money for that?
That was the coffee. It's worth its weight in gold. Jim and Terry Show signing out. Bye-bye.